Since the beginning of my content creation days, one of my favorite things to share with all of you are hidden references in Pokemon cards. More specifically, cards that connect together. Many believe that this is something that Pokemon has only started doing recently, but in reality, they've been doing it since the beginning. So, today I want to share with you my top 10 favorite Pokemon cards that connect together. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you want to see more of these top 10s. Speaking of them doing it all along, we're going to start off this list in the Wizards of the Coast era. Neo Revelation had a few trio of cards that connected together, like this Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Skarmory that formed this picture, the Holo Entei, Suicune, and Raikou that formed this picture, or the non-holo variants of these three dogs forming this one here. It makes perfect sense to see the birds or the dogs connected together, but one trio I did not expect to see together: this legendary Celebi, this legendary Sneasel, and this legendary Sudowoodo. Why these three Pokemon? Who knows? But together, they form this picture here. I absolutely love the art style of these three cards. In Japan, these were released in the Premium File 3, which also included the non-holo legendary dogs I mentioned earlier. Later, a postcard featuring the full artwork of this was released in Volume 11 of the Pokemon Trainer magazine, which was released in May of 2001. At number 9, we have some beautiful XY promos. The Hoopa EX collection box came loaded with promo cards, including this Reshiram, this Arceus, and this White Kyurem. And all three of these are included in connected artworks, but they're all missing a piece. The connecting piece to the Reshiram is the Black Kyurem, which was found in the Pikachu EX collection box. Together, they form this picture here. The Pikachu EX box also includes the card that I'm missing for my trio of card that takes the number 9 spot, and that is the Regigigas promo right here. I feel like these are kind of the beginning of the illustration rares that we have nowadays, and I just love the way that the sunbeams continue on all three of these cards. For number 8, we're gonna fast forward all the way to the Scarlet and Violet era. It all started at base set when Hyoganosuke released this Squovit right here. And as new sets started to release, we noticed that a bigger picture was taking place. In Paldea Evolved, we got this Magikarp and this Palossand. In Obsidian Flames, this Combee and Lechonk. In Paradox Rift, Horsey, Gligar, and Swablu. And finally, the last piece from Paldean Fates, the Mime Jr. Together, all 9 of these cards form this picture here. And I thought to myself, there is no way something like this is going to happen again. So imagine my surprise when Journey Together and Destined Rivals came out and the same thing happened again. Ayako Ozaki created a beautiful picture out of 6 cards that will take my number 8 spot. From Journey Together, we have this Lotad and Paris. Then from Destined Rivals, Ponyta, Mankey, Buizel, and Tailo to form this picture here. The Yanma from Destined Rivals also seems to be chilling somewhere on this side of these 6 cards, but even the 6 cards on their own are just beautiful. I love the way they incorporated shade and shadows from the sun, and it makes the colors pop so much more. The scene as a whole just makes me smile, and I would definitely be this little Ponyta in the corner just sunbathing. For number 7, I want to start by describing an experience. Imagine you're opening V-Star Universe for the first time, and your pack, it's full of hits. You've opened a God Pack for the first time in your life. You sleeve up all the cards, you put them in your binder, and the more you stare at it, the more you start to realize something. All of these cards connect together. This didn't happen to me, but I'm sure it happened to some of you. These same cards were later released in English in Crown Zenith, and I just love the artwork it creates. These 9 cards are the Riolu, Swablu, Duskull, Bidoof, Pikachu, Turtwig, Paris, Puchayina, and Mareep Galarian Galleries. And these often get overshadowed by 4 gold cards in the set: the Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia. But we actually have no confirmation that these 4 cards are interconnected properly. The images we see online of these 4 cards connected together are actually a fan's interpretation of how it could work. But with these 9 other cards that I mentioned, you can actually see how they're interconnected. The branches of the trees and the flowers do line up to show that they are truly connected together. I love how all 9 Pokemon look like they're having the time of their lives. They all look happy, and they look like they're on a school trip and the teachers just told them to have fun. At number 6, we are going to the very next set that released after Crown Zenith, Scarlet and Violet base set. This set has the Spidoff CX and the tarantula that I absolutely adore. What I love most about these is that it actually shows the Pokemon food chain. There's a Scyther thinking that he's being all sneaky about to attack the tarantula without noticing the danger right behind him. There is a Spidops about to attack the Scyther. These types of vertically connected pictures became more popular in the Scarlet and Violet era, most of them prior to that being horizontal connecting pictures. A few other examples of these include the Gemighoul and the Goldango from Paradox Rift. In Surging Sparks, we have the Feebas with the beautiful Milotic. And in the newest Mega Evolution set, we have the Shedinja with the Ninjask. You even have some like the Perrin and Growlithe, where you need to rotate it a little bit to make them connect together, making full use of the vertical space to create an illustration. At number 5, we have two cards that I think are adorable on their own, and then become even cuter when you put them together. We have the beautiful Bulbasaur from Crystal Guardians that attaches with the Ivysaur. When you place them side by side, you get this. The fact that the petals are falling in the Bulbasaur card and then flying with the wind into the Ivysaur card is so well thought out. And there's actually two versions of this connection too, because these cards also came out with a stamped version, which at the time were known as the reverse holos. And I absolutely love how they did these stamps in this era, meaning you could have this connecting art with holo cards as well. This duo of cards is actually what initiated me to start looking into more of my bulk cards to see if there were any hidden references or connections that I had missed prior. So the lesson here is that bulk cards need love too. At number 6, we spoke about vertically connecting cards. But here at number 4, we're going to be talking about cards that connect horizontally. In Paradox Rift, we have cards like Plusle and Minun that form this picture here, or the Latios and Latias from Surging Sparks that form this. From the latest Mega Evolutions, you have this beautiful Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur that all connect together as well. But a duo I fell in love with the moment I saw them in Cyber Judge is the Deerling and Sawsbuck, which later released in our English set Temporal Forces. Together, they form this scenic picture. I love this duo for a few reasons. First of all, the colors just pop. Secondly, if you look in the background, you can actually see the changing of seasons. And the ability on the Sawsbuck card is actually called Changing of the Seasons, which makes me wonder if the artist was given the name of the ability to have something to reference to, or if the ability was inspired by the art. Either way, the concept is such a creative idea to add to cards. Lastly, I just think it's so cute that the Sawsbuck is looking behind it to make sure the Deerling is still catching up. Before we get into our top 3, I do want to do an honorable mention. The 3 cards I'm about to talk about are available in Japanese, but only 2 out of 3 are available in English. The English cards are the Umbreon and Espeon from Neo Discovery, and if you look at their background, they look like they might be in the same place. The missing piece could be found in the premium file number 2, which was first made available at participating cinemas for the viewing of Spell of Unknown Entei, which was later released in English as Pokemon 3, the movie. The missing piece is this Eevee right here. Now you can see that the Espeon and the Umbreon go on both sides of the Eevee. They actually feature the connecting artwork of the 3 cards on the back of the premium file, which is why I was so excited when I was able to pick this up for my collection. There is also an additional Easter egg in the Umbreon card. If you look right here, you can actually see a Lugia. And thank you again so much for watching and helping us get closer to 100,000 so we can get that play button. For my 3rd place spot, can I put an entire set that's basically all connecting arts? Like, the entire set is connecting arts. Have you guessed which set this could be? In Japan, Southern Islands was released alongside the second movie as 2 promo folders. And in English, we got this decorated folder that I have here. The set focuses on Tropical Island and Rainbow Island. When you open the binder, it displays the connecting arts together, as well as where they would be located on the islands. And I love the holo pattern they used for the English release. I think all 6 sets of cards deserve to be quickly featured, and I'll end with my favorite one. First up, on Rainbow Island, we have in the sky, Mew, Pidgeot, and Onix that form this picture here. It also features hidden Pokemon like Charizard, Dragonite, Venonat, and Golem. Next up on Rainbow Island, on the riverside, we have Togepi, Ivysaur, and Raticate, forming this picture here. And in this one here, we have a hidden Wartortle, Pikachu, and Slowpoke. The last one on Rainbow Islands is Field of Flowers, which is Ladybug, Jigglypuff, and Butterfree forming this picture here. And this one has tons of hidden Pokemon. There's Executor, Dotrio, Weepinbell, Venomoth, Mankey, and if you look really closely right here, you see a part of the ears of Meowth. Now, moving on to Tropical Island, kicking it off in the jungle, we have Lickitung, Vileplume, and Primeape. The postcard for this one here features so many hidden Pokemon, but in the actual cards we could only see 3. Rattata, Venonat, and Venomoth. Next up on Tropical Island C, we have Tentacruel, Marill, and Lapras. And this trio also features Dragonite, Magikarp, and Dratini. Now my favorite from Southern Islands is the Beach Sea, which includes Exeggutor, Slowking, and Wartortle. And together they form this picture here. It includes other Pokemon like Bellsprout, Psyduck, and Horsey. And I love how Horsey is helping Wartortle cool down the other Pokemon. The Psyduck is grinning, and this is exactly like I would be acting if I was on this scene. If you look at the extended postcard, there's also a Poliwhirl shading himself with a leaf, and a forever line of Exeggutors. Everything in this scene is so well thought out, and I just love how it flows. Alright, moving on to our number 2 spot. This connecting artwork is also made of 9 cards, 8 of which are legendary Pokemon. And the last one, Tauros? In English, the cards needed to make this picture were pulled from Pop Series 2 packs or a few of the EX sets. And in Japanese, all of the cards needed came from the Poképark Blue file, which also showed you the completed artwork. These Poképark Premium files were available for the opening of the Poképark in Japan. So, the 9 cards are Entei from Pop Series 2, Ho-Oh from Unseen Forces, Suicune from Pop Series 2, Kyogre from Emerald, Raikou from Pop Series 2, Lugia from Unseen Forces, Groudon from Emerald, and the last one is Rayquaza from Emerald. Together, they form this amazing picture, which could honestly be a movie poster for a crazy movie. Quickly, I wanted to show you the other file known as the Poképark Forest file, which were cards that belonged to Poképark themselves and therefore were never released internationally, meaning they remain Japanese exclusives. Due to the fact that they were so exclusive, I didn't want to give them a permanent spot on this list, but I do think they deserve to be featured. The 9 beautiful cards to showcase the scenery feature Latios, Latias, Jirachi, Celebi, Munchlax, Torchic, Mudkip, Pikachu, and Whismur. All the Pokemon are basically just hanging around at the park, having fun and enjoying each other's company. I think it's absolutely adorable, and one day I hope to be able to get my hands on these files. Now, our number 1 connecting cards. A duo that is often seen together or showcasing each other's point of view throughout the years. I actually mentioned this duo a bit earlier. Have you guessed it yet? Our number 1 duo is Minun and Plusle. They are connected together in some sets like Hidden Legends or, as shown earlier, in Paradox Rift, and they often get printed in the same scene or showcasing each other's point of view in sets like Deoxys and Dark Explorers. But my favorite connecting art for this duo is the Plusle and Minun from Pop Series 3. Plusle is pulling on Minun's ear, who is then pulling on Plusle's ear, and the chain can go on and on forever. What better way to showcase this playful, dynamic duo than this scene of them teasing each other? We got this more modern version of overlapping styles of arts with the Durantix from Surging Sparks, and I believe this is such a clever way to make Pokemon cards. And there you have it. That sums up our top 10 Pokemon cards that connect together. Let me know in the comments what your favorite connecting cards are, as I love to discover new ones. And who knows, maybe I'll showcase them in a part 2 video. Alright, see you in the next one.